is International Red Wine Day. We should have cracked open a red wine.
Why did you just now mention that? We sat here for 15 minutes. Like,
I know.
I have nothing.
I have nothing either.
I have a blank page, and I said, "Just turn it on, and
go
we'll go with it." You go get it. I've been standing all day.
Well, then you got to talk.
Oh,
You got to fill. You got to fill while I go get it.
Oh, so you want to hear yourself
Fill.
fill? You want to be the talker?
That's what I've done my entire life. You get to do it. I will go get the bottle and the glasses. You fill.
Let me see. We have red wine left over from Caroline's wedding, or are you going to open up the Morton from Sanctuary Vineyards? Red wine would be the drink of choice here at the Walker household. We are not white wine drinkers. I think it's because there's a wedding I went to. One of my friends from pharmacy school, I was in her wedding, and the Chardonnay was free, and there was lots of it. And that's about all I remember, folks. But I do remember that I didn't like how I felt the next 2 or 3 days after that. So I think that's why I tend to stay away from white wines now. This is much harder than I thought it would be. Yeah, so I don't like white wine. But then I did hear or get news from
We had 2 of these.
no.
We don't have 2 of the Sanctuary Vineyards glasses?
No, I didn't even know we had one.
I mean, if we're gonna do shameless plugs, the Morton from Sanctuary Vineyards is our favorite. We might as well go all out.
I was just saying that I don't drink white wines after Rita's wedding.
So we got Jonathan.
Well, I didn't say that part of it. I just said that there was lots of white wine Chardonnay, and it was all free. And that's about all I remember.
Yeah, that and we were at Atlantic Beach. Was that Atlantic Beach or was that Pine Knoll Shores? Well, it was the Crystal Cove. We were on the the Crystal.
The wedding
Coast.
was in Morehead City, and then
The reception was at the hotel we were staying at.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Long
Time ago.
long time ago.
That was actually our first weekend we ever left James with anybody after he was born.
Okay, so it would have been 98, right?
Yeah. So
it wasn't that long ago. 26 years.
just a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
No, but I was going to say, Liz told me when we were getting ready for Caroline's wedding, I said, look, we'll buy the red wine if you'll buy the white wine, because whatever's left over is going with you, and I don't know what.
I am the worst at opening wine bottles.
When we do this podcast at Sanctuary Vineyards, maybe part of the segment could be John teaching you to open
Teach how to open a wine bottle. Get a decent. Stop buying cheap wine bottle openers.
Anyway, I understand that the white wine or the Chardonnay that I drank back then was done in oak barrels maybe or something, and now it's done in a metal container to make it, so it doesn't have that oaky. My God, you're destroying that.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Oh my Lord.
I got it now.
Okay, Sam is a little bit challenged when it comes to opening a bottle of wine.
It's because the way I was doing, I realized you got to get that. You got to get the fulcrum.
Okay.
For those listening.
So it's National Red Wine Day, not white wine, just red.
Yeah, red. I saw that as National Red Day. By the way, we're recording this on Wednesday night. Did you see the post that John posted on the Sanctuary Vineyards Facebook page? A picture of Bernie Sanders asking people to come pick grapes on Thursday.
Oh.
All day.
Where?
At the vineyard. Come help pick grapes. They'd do that if you want to pick grapes.
Bernie Sanders is in the burn.
He used that as the picture to grab your attention in the post.
Oh. I thought like you were saying that he
really... pull it up so you can see it.
This has got to be probably the most boring cold open ever.
Hey, we've done 35 of these so far.
So tell me, y'all, what is y'all's favorite? Let us know in the comments what your favorite drink, wine, beer, spirits are. I am a big Prosecco fan too.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Prosecco.
Right. I do like the Prosecco.
And I like a good mixed drink. I don't know. I'm not a bourbon lover, so I'm a little nervous about when we go to Kentucky and run the urban bourbon.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
I'm gonna be like,
you're gonna figure that out. Yeah, it says I'm once again asking if you would like to help me pick grapes. So yeah, tomorrow's a chance. Ever wanted to pick grapes and experience some fun farm labor? They're harvesting from 8 to 6. Now again, those of you who get the pod, because we're going to drop it drops Thursday morning on YouTube, and I've changed it up. I figured out dropping on Thursday morning seems to work a little better.
Oh.
So drop it Thursday morning on YouTube and on on everything, YouTube, on the podcast platforms. So Spotify is what I use. And Facebook, I eventually get to it just because it takes longer to upload it there than any of the other platforms. So if you're listening to this Thursday and you got Thursday afternoon, we got there in 100-degree heat and go pick grapes, have at it. Work a 4-hour shift. We're happy to send you home with 3 bottles of wine as well as lunch.
Sam Walker.
Guess where I'm going after tomorrow's 6-month checkup and your mom's dentist appointment? I'm going to pick grapes. What the heck? Go get stung by wasps because I love that.
I should probably tell you at this moment that Lauren's also dropping Waylon off about he's got a doctor's appointment. So after doctor's appointment. So you will have Waylon. Sorry.
Okay. Well, as we pour the wine, I should have poured it by the microphone so you could hear it.
I noticed you poured yourself a lot more than me.
Because that's how it usually works. You don't drink half of what you get poured. So anyway, the Morton is what we prefer.
Take Bernie off the...
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Y'all, we may be apologizing for a
Thank
long
you. I wasn't
time for
paying
this.
attention. Yeah. All right, there we go. Put the lower third back up there. All right. Yeah. So Morton, it's a combination of basically the Merlot and the it's kind of a blend.
It's good.
Yeah, it is always good. But
I
it's
like the Morton.
Merlot and what would be the other? Cab.
A cab, maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of the cab Morton. Think of it as a cab.
Again,
Merlot
John
mix.
has asked us to do a
We're-
podcast down there, so we need to definitely get on that.
We
this
are
summer,
going
or
to
this fall.
we are going to do a wine tasting.
No. It's a podcast.
Yeah, wine
while
tasting
we're down
podcast.
there, but yeah.
Yes. There you go.
This is either going to go really, really well or really, really bad.
There you go. All right.
All right, let's get started.
Hang on. Good idea. It's the Sam
And him.
podcast. Sam Walker, OBXnews.com. That's where you find it. It's episode number 35. I couldn't think of a number 35. Anything 35 that stands out in the family for numbers? No. Okay. Find us on your favorite podcast app, of course, YouTube, Facebook. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Like, follow, subscribe, hit that bell, and share. And, of course, if you were listening last week, you heard how to do it. You need a little more instruction on how to do this to win tickets to Crab Daddy. And give us a 5 stars, too. Brought to you by Coinshot Catering Company, Miles Carpet Cleaning, Harlow Photography, Crab Daddy 2024, and Sanctuary Vineyards, Caribbean Pools and Spas, and CMIT Solutions, the Outer Banks, and ToyotaTower.com. So, there you go. Show open, done. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a potpourri.
Yeah.
Nice bouquet for today's show, because we kind of were, not going to lie, show prep today was a little struggle.
Big struggle. Big trouble. Like, I really do not have
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's
2
Wednesdays.
notes. Who knows?
Right. Usually you want to have 5, 6 topics, and then you don't get to maybe 2 or 3. Remember, I mean, a couple of shows ago we had that
I
situation.
know. I've gone back and I've tried. That's why I was trying to look, and I'm like, I'm not seeing.
Well, you know what we
anything.
haven't talked about? Write it down. Stuff that we watch on TV.
Well, I thought we had.
No, we never got to that. We dumped it. We would dump it because it was like, well, we always had something, and there was that fallback. So we're falling back on it. I mean, we just watched Emily in Paris,
Yeah.
which just dropped. So, all right. Let's get to shout-outs first. Shout-outs, thanks to Stephen Cook.
You said it right.
Yeah, no, he gave us, commented on last week's show. And said, Emily talking about hope and seeing hope in others is exactly the way I've been feeling for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I feel like maybe we're getting close to saying everything's going to be okay. And he complimented for getting the last name right on the first time. Know a lot of people have Koch that say it as Cook. So, yeah. And, of course, Stephen is a loves the podcast. Thank you. Annual pass holders up in Pennsylvania. So, we think we had the long trip. Did have some people, I was cleaning pool yesterday.
Uh-huh.
They are from Wesley Chapel, Florida. What's the significance of Wesley Chapel, Florida? It's near Tampa. That's where James played in that lacrosse tournament all those years ago. Because they said, we're from outside of Tampa. And I said, stay down there in Lutz and Land O'Lakes. And she said, well, we live in Wesley Chapel. I said, that's where the tournament was. So, anyway.
Those are some memories.
I always run into somebody. I always end up finding a way to connect to. That's one of the cool things that have been about doing this pools job with Caribbean Pools and Spas, the official spool and pod service company of the Sam podcast, is finding ways to connect with the guests when you're interacting with them. Because you gotta
turn that music off.
Hey, look, you're lucky one of those boxes that have been rolling up from Amazon every day for the last week have not been the control board and iPad and all that stuff. Soon. But coming up with ways to interact with the guests, but connect with the guests when they're around, or the owners.
Well, I do. That's how I work at the pharmacy.
Right.
I'm horrible about remembering necessarily a name or whatever, but I'm like, oh, hey, how'd that trip go, or how'd that go, or yesterday someone said, hey, Emily, guess who turned 90? And I said, oh wow. And they're like, yeah, we did this for their I said, oh, well, that's great. I said, I'm getting chills. I'm so glad everyone got together. And after she leaves, my tech goes, did you know who that was? I said, I have absolutely no idea. But I'll remember that they had a 90th birthday party, and I will ask next time how it went. And that does remind me, though. I do have a sad story. I don't think I even told you this yesterday. I had a lady come over to me, and she said, Emily, I just need to let you know that my father passed away today. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. And I gave her a hug. And I've been taking care of this lady since I worked in Edenton.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I've known her for years and years and years. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she was telling me what happened and everything. And she said, I just wanted to come and tell you because we keep getting, his phone, we kept getting messages that his prescriptions were due or whatever. And I said, he'd been in the hospital. So, he had just passed away, like that day he had passed away.
Right.
And so I said, well, let me get his birthday and let me go in and change him in the system, so you don't get those calls. And when she told me, I burst into tears because it is the nicest man ever. And I said, I did not know that was your dad. And she said, I never saw y'all together. And she said, well, I was always in here with him. I said, well, I just got him fully vaccinated 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And he's from Ohio. He would always come in. He'd be like, Emily, how you thinking this Buckeyes looking this year? And I always played along. And I was like, as long as they beat Michigan, who really cares, right? And the girls would laugh. They're like, Emily, you don't know anything about Buckeye football. I was like, no, I don't. But this man and I, we are tight. We are tight about Buckeye football. Yeah. So, Mr. Martin, may you rest in peace. And you really did always bring a smile to our day at the pharmacy. And I don't know. That one kind of took me by surprise. It really did hurt. So, anyway, now that you said that. But I always, my point is, I mean, I knew I got him fully vaccinated. But I always just find a way so I can connect with people. And I don't want it just to be about their medicine. Right. And so I'm the same way. I always try to find something that we can find a common thread, which I think that's a good way to be in life, right? Yeah. Like, it's not just about your job, my job. It's just about relationships and how we connect with people. And believe it or not, no matter where we all fall, I bet you we can find one or two things that can connect us by a string.
Oh, yeah. See, I get a little cheat because I pull up in the driveway on midweeks. Look at license plates, look at bumper, look at stickers on the cars, look at the dealer's name tag on the around the vehicle. Okay, let's see. If you ever see one that says Licking County, well then it's, that's where Emily's from. Any of the Ohio's that I know, most of the counties that are close to either Indian Lake or, we all know Columbus would. Yeah, of course, Franklin, which is Columbus.
Cuyahoga is like Uncle Mark and them. That's like up.
Right
there.
Hardin County is the lake. Hardin's not the lake. Hardin is where Ada is. It is, yeah. Or anyway, finding connections there. Or if it's Pennsylvania, then it's because I do fill in for Ed Highstead and his newscast with the stations. Let's see, Scranton. He's got stations in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, then stations in the Poconos, and then there's a town, Juniata. See, I've had to learn all these pronunciations. Schuylkill, places like that. Of course, we always say that, and then joke about our pronunciations: Perquimans, Pasquotank, Currituck, Manteo, Rodanthe, Chickawacomico.
I do have,
but yeah, finding those ties and then having that conversation, whether it's somebody's got a lacrosse thing, I'm going to bring up lacrosse, or the Ohio thing, and bring that up, or the one this year has been, I've seen more, and now, yes, it's only 2 summers that I've been doing this, but I've seen more North Carolina plates this year than I did last year staying in Tuck. So I'm always like, unicorns, because no one from North Carolina vacations here. Easy to figure that out. You don't see shaboomies on the beach. Coastal Review posted a picture yesterday of the beach in Atlantic Beach. I think Mark Hibbs, who's the editor-in-chief there, if if it's slow news day, he'll go out and do some beach photos or something like that. And he posts up, and it's nothing but a line of shaboomies all the way down the beach. Now, you go here, and you'll see one here and one there and mixed in. But you don't see them up here. But anyway, the unicorns, they call them, anytime somebody's from North Carolina. So it's like, and they're like, yeah, it took us 7 hours to get here because they're from Charlotte or they're from Asheville or somewhere west. And, your mom mentioned it earlier. We were talking about the Biltmore since we're going to Asheville in 2 weeks. And she said, yeah, we drove from Ohio and then got to Asheville. And then y'all drove out here for that first time. You weren't even halfway. You got to Asheville from Ohio. So anyway,
a funny story about that. Real quick though, before I do want to give a shout out to Dana. I want to give a shout out to Dana Brown.
Right.
Lord have mercy, the wine has not kicked in yet. She came by, just was in the store and said, "Hey, I hadn't seen her in a long time." And she said she listens to us, so shout out. But also, Blaze, her daughter, was James's age. Yeah. And she said, I got a lot of stories about James. I was like, well, let's keep those under wraps. We laughed. I always thought a lot of Blaze. Blaze is a strong, smart, beautiful young lady. I've always thought a lot of her, even in elementary school and growing up. And it's neat to see. Yeah. It's neat to see the kids growing up and, coming into their own. And her son, Hunter, I think, is going to Germany to got a job with his music. And he was not the School of Math and Science. What's the other one? The
School of Arts.
He went to the School of Art. Yeah, he went to School of Art. He's very, very talented. And I don't know. She's just one of those people that I don't talk to very often, but when I do, it's like we just kind of pick up kind of with what everything's going on with everybody. And it was really nice to see her, see a smiling face. And again, someone else who just said, hey, I listen. And I was like, oh, wow. So anyway, hey, Dana. Right. But what I was going to say is. Is
that something we could do as a segment?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do that because we need to talk wine. Okay. We need to talk more wine. And when we talk wine, of course, we're going to talk about Crab Daddy because it is coming. Crab Daddy going to be crawling out of the sound before you know it. What is Crab Daddy? Well, Crab Daddy once a year emerges from the Currituck Sound, a celebration of fresh seafood, local wines, and beers that showcase the best of the Currituck Outer Banks. You can catch them at Sanctuary Vineyards in Jarvisburg on Saturday, October 5th from 11:30 to 4:30. Now, tickets are on sale for $60 per adult at sanctuaryvineyards.com. That includes a Crab Daddy wine glass to keep, just like this one. You get to sample over 20 local wines, and you can eat all you want of steamed blue crabs and barbecue and old school Currituck fish fry. Get all the sides and desserts too. Live music. There's going to be hay rides, a pumpkin patch, and you get to pick a pumpkin or gourd for prizes and discounts. And there's a Crab Daddy Olympics, the Great Sea Tuck Great Stomp, the Crab Pot Shuffle, the Crab Crawl Race, just to name a few. That's the 2024 Crab Daddy Seafood and Wine Festival, Saturday, October 5th at Sanctuary Vineyards in Jarvisburg. Get your tickets now at sanctuaryvineyards.com. Now, we want to send you to Crab Daddy 2024. So, those of you listening right now, like and share this episode. I did a video this week from Sanctuary Vineyards is promoting the contest. A lot of likes and shares of that video. No, we need you to like and share the podcast. So you're listening right now. You got to like and share the podcast. That gets you entered to win. Now, sign up as a member. You get a chance to win a pair of tickets to Crab Daddy. All right? You also, and you're going to be in that segment. So the likes and shares, that's a pair. Likes and shares of the podcast. Likes and members, pair of tickets. You're entered for that. All right? But here's the good one. If you are a founder, you get in for a 4-pack of tickets. So founders, you're entered for the 4-packs of tickets. And if you go to annual status, you get 5 bonus entries on that one. So you get to tag in the extra chances to win. That's $240 in tickets to Crab Daddy just for the price of being a founder. We're going to announce the winners on Thursday, September 26th. So be sure to like and share this episode, last week's episode, any of the episodes that we're talking about this. Sign up as a founder for your chance to win tickets to Crab Daddy 2024 from Sanctuary Vineyards and Sam Walker, OBXnews.com.
And thanks to Miles Carpet Cleaning. The kids are headed back to school, and your carpets, rugs, and upholstery are all showing it's been a rough summer on them. Now's the time to call Miles Carpet Cleaning and get it all looking and smelling fresh and new again. Serving Currituck and the Outer Banks, the Miles Carpet Cleaning family has been cleaning things up on both sides of the water for the last 8 years. Take advantage of their back-to-school special now. Get 3 rooms and a hallway cleaned plus deodorizer for just $80. That's right, get those carpet clean for just $80. But hurry, the back-to-school special only lasts to August 31st.
That's Sunday.
Call now, 252-207-6707, and find more great offers by following Miles Carpet Cleaning on Facebook. Robert Miles and his family will take care of you like you're one of the family. Forget the rest, call the best. Miles Carpet Cleaning, 252-207-6707. That's 252-207-6707.
All right, and thanks also to CoinJock Catering Company. Well, hey, you know what? Summer may be getting closer to winding down, but that doesn't mean things are slowing down with CoinJock Catering Company. You want to get your next event on the next level? Well, then you need to get hooked up with CoinJock Catering Company, whether it's a corporate luncheon, a wedding reception, a family reunion, a holiday party. There's all kinds of ways that you can get hooked up with CoinJock Catering Company. They got that special event that you want to hold somewhere else. Well, they got the waterfront venue in CoinJock to do it. Plus, the CoinJock Catering food trucks ready to serve their one-of-a-kind creations like the Redneck Egg Roll, brisket nachos, bang bang shrimp, all from the mobile kitchen when they pop up throughout the area, and at Moore's Farm Market in Barco on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 11 to 5:30. To book CoinJock Catering Company for your next event, call Louie and David at 704-502-8070 and like their Facebook page to find out their daily specials, locations, and more information. All right, before we move on to the topic there, National Red Wine Day was founded in 2014 by Jace Shoemaker Galloway.
So it's actually the 10-year anniversary of
This is the 10th anniversary of National Red Wine Day. Now, who was Jace Shoemaker Galloway, you would ask?
You might, I don't.
Never heard of him. An author, freelance author, and editor since 2005, writing both online and offline venues. Bud E. Bunny's Wondrous Christmas. Former online safety educator, dedicated her career to working with children, educators. I don't buy that one. National Christmas Tree Day was also founded by her.
What day is that?
National Christmas Tree Day?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Somebody posted on December 7th. Okay.
I mean, someone posted yesterday that today was supposed to be National Stay in Bed and Read a Book Day. They just made it up, but pass it on. So, I mean,
yeah, that's what it is. I mean, look, there's this thing. It's called nationaldaycalendar.com. It is a show prep staple for those of us in radio that we go and do all those things. It's just something to talk about. So anyway, yeah, National Red Wine Day. So all right, where were we going? If we had mentioned, I mentioned Asheville and mentioned the Biltmore and that trip. Now we do have a couple of trips coming up. We're going to talk
have a
about.
lot of trips coming up.
We got a lot
actually.
coming up. I mean, we don't get to go anywhere during summer, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're taking off.
Well, this year we have several weddings, and
Yes.
I have to go.
We
Like
got
Asheville
weddings.
is a board of trustees event, so
Yeah.
I'm going. We're going one day early, hopefully, to do the
Chihuly exhibit at the
Biltmore.
Biltmore. It's actually over at. It's not at the house. I think there's some.
It's in the garden, I think, right?
Yeah, it's
Gardens.
over by where the stables and all that stuff is. So
I have to say, when we went to Seattle last year, that was the absolute most beautiful museum I've ever I've been to the museum of his down in St. Pete.
right, yeah,
And then you can't go to Tacoma, Seattle without everything being kind of about at least glass blowing in general. But that museum,
right.
I know I have to play the lottery to win the lottery. But if I ever won the lottery, I swear I would do a Sam and M meet and greet where we flew out our favorite or winners or something of our crew, and we would have an event there. It is the most stunning, beautiful. Like, I could imagine a wedding there, an event there. It was just, I can't express to you how beautiful it is. It's just gorgeous. But anyway, so we're going to we're going a day early, hopefully, that we're going to be able to, that's the plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And actually, that's going to be a Sam and M on the road podcast.
Yeah, and that's something we want to talk about because, something that we launched when we launched SamWalkerOBXNews.com. We jumped into that in those first couple of months with the Sam and M on the road. It's kind of a branch spur off of the podcast itself, a chance to create some content, a chance to share some of the things that we do. And just between the computer crash of May 2024, the great computer crash of 2024, and summer, and with everything going on, tilted up. It seemed to be. Can you bring home some of those blue pills for it?
They're not all blue anymore.
No,
They're so
they're
white.
not all blue. But anyway, so we're going to get back into making the Sam and M on the road. Because we've got things coming up, and also because it's opportunities to create more content, opportunities that people want to get on as corporate champions of. We'd love to hear your suggestions for them. We have already several that we're going to get out of just this weekend because we had the Virginia Beach 10 miler we're running on Sunday.
Yep.
Then we're going to make a sprint up to Richmond and go to, unfortunately, we had planned on going to the exhibit at the Virginia History Museum on Julia Child back in the beginning of the summer when it opened so that we could do a Sam and M on the road and just kind of a promotional thing and give people a chance to. Well, it closes on Monday. Monday's the last day. So we're going to go see it.
Is it traveling around the country, though?
It is going around the country, but...
Well, no, but we can.
right.
Who knows?
Who
People in
knows?
other
People
parts of
travel.
the country
Yeah,
might be like,
that's true.
"Hey, let's see this."
So
We can tag them.
yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to go to our favorite restaurant in Richmond, Can Brassier, which is a traditional French brassier, which had just got new owners this past week.
They better keep the bread. This.
They better keep a lot of things. Well, they're bringing back a lot of things that were
Oh, really?
original
We haven't
staples.
been in
Remember
a
that?
couple
We haven't
years,
been- yeah, we haven't.
honestly.
And then we're going to go sit by the pool at Williamsburg, which is what we love to do on Labor Day.
I know y'all
The
get
last 2
tired of
years,
it.
it's been 2 years in a row, we've sat on Labor Day by that pool.
I have to say that's one of my favorite traditions.
It is one of our favorite things. Is just to go to get to stay at one of the hotels or one of the colonial houses at Colonial Williamsburg. Is you get access to the country club and the pool.
And we talk about this hotel that we're staying at. We've talked about it a couple times, so we'll definitely get video and
The
post
Griffin.
it this time because it is. I think it's the best deal in Williamsburg. Honestly,
It is. Honestly, it is the best deal because you are right there in the heart of Colonial Williamsburg. And I say in the heart, you are with it. You're right there by the Williamsburg Inn. It's kind of it's part of the Williamsburg Inn complex. So you're down on the capital end of Duke of Gloucester Street. It's a short walk to everything. Good walking place, good running place, good biking place. The tennis courts are right there. We should grab them. I don't know. We want to sit by the pool, but dang on it, we need to get out and hit. Weather's
I
gonna
haven't
get
played tennis in so
No.
long.
everybody, and we
So
keep getting
long.
the Dovers keep telling us we should try pickleball.
Yeah, I don't think I can do pickleball.
Yeah, we'll see. But
But-
anyway, so we've got the Salmon M on the roads that we
coming
wanna get
back,
up. It's
people.
coming
It's coming
back.
back.
It's coming back. So we want suggestions for it. Things that we may not even thought about doing here. Things, I mean, not only is it about when we go places, but it's showing things here from our perspective. I mean, we did that
Yeah.
with, when we just did that silly thing where we ran down to Body Island and shot
Mhm.
where Mr. Beast bought his little piece of marsh and then, hung out at Hurricane Moe's with the kids. We did Himalaya, the Indian restaurant there in Kitty Hawk.
Yeah.
We've done that. What else have we done? We did all of our stuff when we were at Disney
Mhm.
for Springtime Surprise. So
But you didn't do Kelsey's Hope. You've got to go
Kelsey's
back and
Hope
do
is
Kelsey's
sitting,
Hope
and
one.
that again, the great computer crash of 2024.
Right. It was almost ready to publish.
It was almost ready. I mean, I was literally finishing it when that went down. Thankfully, I do have things archived. I finally found everything.
Oh, good. Good.
Been able to get back into where I was editing it on Adobe Express. I've got one of my old computers out over there charging, trying to get into it because that's where all my good audio
Yeah, I
still
didn't
is.
even notice, and it's like a huge computer over there.
Do you know, I opened that thing. It's a Lenovo, made in Morrisville, North Carolina, by the way. That thing I didn't realize how big it is and how much it weighs compared to this little Mac, this little 13-inch MacBook
which you
Air.
complained about.
I know, and now I can't figure. Now I've trained myself on how to use a Mac mouse with the single button click, and now I go over and try to do it on a Windows machine. It doesn't, and I've got to completely reorient myself. But we were talking about Asheville, or we were.
Well, no,
segueing
I
to
was
that.
actually going to go back to to finish up. We
Yeah.
have Williams. We have a run in Virginia. This is how the walkers roll.
Yeah.
Literally
Right.
roll. Saturday morning at 8 a.m. is when the
Sunday
race
morning,
starts.
7 a.m.
Sunday. Oh, it starts. Does the race start at 7?
Yeah, 7 a.m. start. I put it in my Garmin. Got a Garmin watch, by the way. I'm liking this because it's very reminiscent of my old Timexes. It's much simpler.
The race itself starts at 7?
That's what. Hey, I did it on my Garmin. It said 7 because I put it on my calendar here, and then getting the email from. Let me look at the email right now. I do believe it's a 7 a.m. start,
Ooh, I didn't realize
which
that.
I'm liking the 7 a.m. start. If it is a 7 a.m., maybe it's not. All right, let me look at the participant guide.
So, Virginia Beach, Sam and I will be running a 10-mile race
On
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Then we will. The plan is. What is that?
It's the interactive. Sorry,
Then we will go to Williamsburg and
7 a.m.
Okay, we will go to Williamsburg and hit the pool area because our room will not be ready.
Right.
So, but we can't go to the pool area and shower because we will be staying there. So we
Yeah.
can shower.
Right.
Then we will continue on our way to Richmond, in which we will be going to the Julia Child exhibit.
At the Virginia History Museum. I think it's Virginia History Museum, but I want to make sure.
And then we are going to do lunch or dinner or late lunch, early dinner, whatever, at Can.
Mhm.
Hopefully with some friends of yours. Hopefully that works out.
Yeah, hopefully we can get up. Hopefully we're going to be able to hook up with Trevor Dickerson, who owns Boulevard Creative up in Richmond. He has been a longtime webmaster, site designer for the radio stations. He designed OBX Today for us. Yeah, so hopefully.
So
we'll be able to
anyway,
go with him.
hopefully we can meet up with him, and then we will head back to Williamsburg.
Yep.
To spend the night, and then we will probably crash and sleep in, and then get up and do the pool and just hang out. I don't know if we'll do Barrett's or if we're going to figure out somewhere different to do dinner. I know Casey Cotis. I never say her name right. I'm sorry, Casey.
Casey Cotis.
That was that one place she told us about.
Oh yeah,
the tavern up there.
Yeah, where was it? It's over off of 199 out towards Jamestown.
So maybe we'll do that. So we have that this weekend coming back, and my great friend, I'm so excited. My great friend grew up across the street from, she moved in, I think, when we were in middle school, 6th grade. Kim and her wife are coming to the Outer Banks. Well, we're gone, but I'm going to get back and do breakfast with her on Tuesday morning before they head out of town. And then we have a trip to the next week. We head to Asheville for my board state
When's Abby's wedding?
Just chill.
not okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was next weekend. Okay, right.
So we'll head for that.
Mhm.
The next weekend we'll be in Bellhaven
Right.
for Abby Rose's wedding,
Yeah.
and then I think then I work, and then the next weekend we are in D.C.
Purcellville, Virginia.
for
Horse
Sarah's
country.
wedding.
Yeah.
Sarah's wedding.
Sarah Campbell Harris.
Yeah. So very exciting times, but there'll be lots of travel. After that, I think then I head to Kentucky. In November, and then December I head to Tennessee. There's actually quite a bit of travel going on. I've got to buy my plane ticket tomorrow, by the way, for Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hopper says
I'll
now's the
have
time.
Fall ball for lacrosse starting up in
It's
a couple
about
of
to.
weeks.
I mean, it's kind of crazy.
That's the thing. I
but
mean, as crazy as our lives are during the summer, it's work,
Just never
work, work,
slows
work.
down.
It never slows down, and then we go into full blown. We finally get to do some things, and that's what we do.
So anyway, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do a couple more advertisers? And then
Corporate champions.
Corporate champions. And then I was just going to talk about my fun experience of people I met this past weekend at the shower.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, then let's do this. Let us remind you that you can. Hey, don't careful. Don't break don't break that glass.
It's thick.
Don't break the mic.
I got this. This glass is actually from
Mm-hmm.
a company that supports women worldwide. These are actually from, I think, Honduras, and it's a woman-owned company. They're teaching them how to
Really?
make. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Well, we want to remind you that you can sign up for your founder status on an annual basis now. You asked for it. Now it's here. Pay for your founder status on an annual basis at samwalkerobxnews.com. Get a 10% discount on the monthly fee and show your support for me. And in return, you reduce transaction fees. Help me create quality content faster and guarantee your access for the next 12 months for just $129. Your supporting journalism is unique as the Outer Banks itself. For existing members, just go to the managed memberships on Patreon. Look for samwalkerobxnews.com. For new members, just go to samwalkerobxnews.com and click the join button. And, again, you get those 5 extra entries for a chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to Crab Daddy if you're an annual founder. Remember, the 10% discount as a founder with annual status is only available for a limited time at samwalkerobxnews.com.
There you go.
See, that's how we do that. Yeah, that's real professional sounding, isn't it?
Well, let's see if I can make it sound more professional.
Yeah, see if you can outdo me here. You got some new music to play with, too.
Oh, you threw me. Thanks to Harlow Photography. Another season of school sports is here, and it's the perfect time to have Harlow Photography catch your athlete in action. Whether it's game day shots on the field or court or a custom session that's literally lit with fire. Literally. Stephanie Harlow at Harlow Photography will capture memories that will last a lifetime. Book your session today with Harlow Photography at sharlowphotography.com and like Stephanie Harlow photos on Facebook.
All right, more coming up here on the Sam
And M
podcast after you hear this. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Ready to dive into something new? Caribbean Pools and Spas, the official pool and spa service company of the Sam and M podcast, is already getting ready for the 2025 season. Caribbean Pools and Spas is looking for dedicated individuals who enjoy being outdoors and want to create unforgettable experiences for our customers. With outstanding pay, instant incentives, flexible weekly schedules, hands-on training, and full support from the great Caribbean Pools and Spas management team that will back you up. If you have a pool and spa at your home or your vacation rental, or are ready to add one this off-season, Caribbean Pools and Spas is already signing up customers for service next year. And they can design and install the custom pool and spa you've been dreaming of from Corolla to South Nags Head and everywhere in between. Call today, 252-480-2900. That's 252-480-2900. Or visit CaribbeanOBX.com. Whether you're an experienced pro or just starting out, Caribbean is the best pool and spa service company to work for and work with on the Outer Banks. I should know. I work for them too and love it. Join our team and make a splash with the official pool and spa service company of the Sam and M podcast, Caribbean Pools and Spas. All right, what were you gonna say?
So Caroline and I went to Rockville, Maryland this weekend.
Right. Oh yeah,
We-
for Sarah Campbell Harris's wedding shower.
Yes,
Yes. Bridal shower.
Yes, we left Friday at 5.
Mm. Real smart. Leave Friday at 5. Actually, probably was better traffic than you realize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still like crazy to me. The traffic, like at 10 p.m. was still crazy.
From
up there.
Fredericksburg all the way to the Beltway.
Yeah, it's just
It's,
crazy.
it's stupid.
It is. But we went, and then Saturday we stayed at a hotel just down the street from Sarah's house, and then the next morning we got up and we went and we helped get ready for the shower, and then the shower happened. But Sarah was in Caroline's wedding.
Mhm.
And Sarah and Caroline met at Mary Washington.
Yep.
Sarah was her big sister in the sorority fraternity. It wasn't a sorority like you
Yeah.
think about, like the Bama sorority. Like it was a service sorority.
Well, kind of like, yeah, right.
It
Like
was-
Campbell had, yeah.
Yeah, like I was in Kappa Epsilon.
Right.
But anyway, that's another day. Anyway, so we went up there, and Sarah's so we go, and there's girls that are in the wedding are getting stuff ready, and I'm just trying to help out where I can, but kind of like probably more of a problem than a help. And so I start talking to Sarah's mother.
You problem more than a help?
Yeah, I think I was.
It's a surprise.
Well, it's hard for me not to take over. Like I helped with one little. I helped with.
Yeah.
I helped with one little thing, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh wait, I've got ribbon in the car that'll be perfect to make a bow and put here."
Right.
I know I overstep. So anyway, so I met Sarah's mom, and her sister, who they grew up in the town. Is it Anderson, New York, where in Miss Maisel, the resort
Oh.
that she goes and the resort that she goes and she does her stand up at, with the one where her dad is there or whatever, surprises her.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Scott's Family Resort. That was the name of it. That's the name of it. It's in the Catskills.
Yes.
Yeah. Scott's Family Resort another. Hey, look, people give us a hard time for names of places. Aquanga. I can't say this name. I have no idea, but it's in upstate New York.
Anyway,
in the Catskills.
that's where they grew up.
Right.
Sarah's mom and dad still have a house there, and then they live in Rockville, Maryland. I think it was Rockville. I don't know if we were just like 5 minutes from the hotel, but who knows if we changed to another city? I don't know. But anyway,
That's kind of how the suburbs
You know
of
how I'm
Washington,
saying,
D.C.
yeah.
work, depending on what street you're on.
But it's funny, when we pulled on the street, I told Caroline, I said, "Oh my gosh, this is so Granville. This is so Granville." It reminded me of Granville.
Mhm.
So anyway, the mom had been, they had been in the Catskills. She had come home for the shower and was going back for Labor Day, and then they would close up for the winter.
Right.
And then her sister, so Sarah's aunt, was there from Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay.
And the aunt is also a retired physician assistant.
Uh-huh.
So me being me, and we were talking about finding things, like we had so much in common,
Right.
The aunt, her husband's a mathematician and on the faculty at College of Charleston, and I don't know what work he was doing, if it was master's, doctor, I don't know, but was in Bowling Green, Ohio for a year.
Oh.
They lived in Bowling Green. So we could talk about the wind whipping through. And
Yeah.
I did tennis camp at Bowling Green one year, and the rabbits are everywhere. So we laughed and talked about that.
I need to mention about
Um,
College of Charleston. And that was one of the places I got to do play-by-play.
I didn't
You
believe it
dropped
or
me.
not. Believe it or not, Sam, I did not talk about you.
Okay. I just didn't know. There was a tie there with College of Charleston.
But we talked. Well, I love Charleston anyway,
Yeah, we love
right?
Charleston.
But we talked about that, and then being a physician assistant, she was. I think her last job before she left, she was. I think I have this right. I could be wrong. Worked at the Student Health Center. So then we talked about health.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be, but I mean health issues and what's going
Right.
on in the world, and women's issues and college students and all that. So we talked about those kinds of things. We talked about South Carolina, North Carolina politics, the country politics.
Uh-huh.
Probably not hard to figure out that we were on the same page. Anyway, I just felt, and these women, by the way, were probably at least 18 to 20 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
But I felt like instantly like I found
You had a
my
connection.
people.
Yeah, you found your people.
I did. And I just couldn't stop talking. And we were sitting outside and we were having fun and just talking. And then two of the neighbors that grew up, that came to the party, like there was all these young people coming. So don't get me wrong. But
Right.
then I'm talking about the older ladies. Two other ladies came, and the one lady, she had on a really cool necklace. I was like, oh my gosh, I love your necklace. It's funky and different. And she said, oh, I got this in Baltimore at there's an art museum for artists who have no classic training at all.
Oh.
And she was talking about that. And she said two things that stuck out to me about that. One, the jewelry was like $5, like this artist made it.
Oh, wow.
And then second, and it was just so cool. And then she said, they had an exhibit there that was needlepoint, which you don't really necessarily think of that as, I mean, it
Right.
is art. I mean, anyone who looks at needlepoint is art. But she said they had an exhibit there that was needlepoint that a woman did from the memory of her being in concentration camps
Oh,
from the
wow.
Holocaust.
Wow.
And she said it was absolutely one of the, and this woman has traveled the world.
yeah.
Like she's like, it's one of the best, most, I want to go see this exhibit.
Uh-huh.
Like the way she talked about it, she's like, it just took you, it took you, like this woman did it from her memory.
Where
it
is
was
it?
just, it's in Baltimore.
Okay.
So I would love to go and figure that out and see it one day. But she was talking about that. She had been in Africa, talking about that. Just neat, like people who have been different places. The other lady came. This is why it kind of jiggled in my memory. The other lady who came, she had on pink glasses and a really cool like pink outfit or whatever. And anyone who knows me, when I was little, I was going to live in a pink house. So pink is definitely a color for me.
No wonder I can never turn off John Cougar Mellencamp whenever he's on. The pink houses.
But anyway, they stay in Corolla. And they stay in old Corolla, like every year, same house, dirt
Wellhead.
road. Like they, she says, like a dirt road. They can walk they can walk everywhere to get ice cream. Like it's.
It might be Persimmon.
So
Or
yeah,
right there in the
actually,
village.
I think it is.
It's-
Persimmon.
so they're on the beach side of Persimmon.
I think it is.
Okay,
Now
yeah.
that you say that. So
yeah, when you said that Sandra, I was like, oh yeah, that's Persimmon.
So
Yeah.
then we were talking Outer Banks.
Uh-huh.
We were talking where we traveled. So that's my first, and you would have thought we all four had been friends forever.
Right.
And again, I'm the youngest by probably 18, 20 years. But I just was like, oh my God, I really would love to hang with these people
Yeah.
all the time. So then, Sarah's aunt, so that was her mother's sister. Her dad's sister gets there.
Uh-huh.
And her name happens to be Jane, which my middle name is Jane. But it gets to talking.
And Harper.
She's yes. And we get to talking, and she was from Cleveland, Ohio.
Uh-huh.
She was the first female mayor in Ohio ever. She was the mayor.
Wait, I missed
of,
that point.
She was the mayor of Cleveland,
Holy
and then
cow.
a legislature for like 12 years in Ohio.
Oh, wow. I missed that she
And-
was the first woman mayor in Cleveland history. Holy cow.
Not just Cleveland history.
Oh, in Ohio.
In Ohio history.
She was the first. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
So, and again, very casual, very whatever. Her daughter happened to be there too. And we're just talking again. We're talking about Ohio. We're talking about politics. We're talking going on and on. And she
You're going to name
says-
drop, I hope.
I am.
You're gonna
I
name drop.
am,
You better name drop.
because I
I know
hope,
this part.
I hope this doesn't. I really hope those.
Just name drop. Don't worry about that.
I hope those who know Sam and I just know this is
Yeah.
this is excitement for me. So she says, yeah, my daughter got home from her Peace Corps time, whatever. I'm going to say stint. That's not the word she used, but I'm going to say her
Yeah.
stint in the Peace Corps. And she said, I told my daughter, hey, I've got you a nail appointment, a hair appointment, and I bought you a dress. We'll be doing the Christmas dinner at the White House with the Obamas.
The
I was
Bidens
like-
and or Bidens?
Obamas.
At the White House?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no, Oh.
Years
Okay.
ago. Years ago.
Oh, this was years ago. When
Years
when
ago.
during the Obama administration.
Obviously, when Obama
Okay,
was in
I was
office.
like that you were saying that was coming up. No, she had just
No.
got home,
No.
and he was like, get dressed. You're going to
This is when she had
1600
just,
Pennsylvania
yeah,
Avenue
this
tonight.
is when they got home. She
Yeah.
got home from her time in the Peace
Wow.
Corps. And I was like, can I be your friend
Hmm.
forever, please? Then they start to pull out their phone. Well, not they. I mean, they weren't being funny, but
Yeah.
but Sarah's mom knew this was gonna just like blow my
Blow your
mind and
mind.
make me so happy. It's just a picture on their phone of her sister with Kamala Harris, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like so jealous. And then the Aunt Jane was like she does stuff in DC. I mean, that's what she does. She
Right.
does politics. I mean, that's what she does. She's like, yeah, I'm friends with her, and I was like, oh, so anyway.
You're inside the beltway. You are in the belly of the beast.
So anyway,
It's pretty cool.
you know, I love my friends, and I have toned myself down immensely from where I was in 2016. I realize I was a lot to handle, so I get it. But some things still really freaking excite me and get me. What people do or don't know about me, those who know me, like I am a political junkie. I really am, and those things that just excited me to a level that I was like, oh my gosh. And these women though, like we all do, no matter what our age is, whatever it was, we all had similar concerns. We all had similar things that we thought. And I was like, oh. And so anyway, I did not come home in a good mood. I was all
you
excited.
did. Yeah,
and,
you were. Yeah. Oh, she was.
And that is nothing against any of my friends here. I'm not saying anything about them politically or not politically. I have amazing friends, but this just was, it was such a scary kind of, not scary, but like a uneasy feeling of how I was going to step into this. In my head, I was like, oh, it's Northern Virginia or it's Rockville, Maryland. These people are going to be hoity-toity. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't sure what I was stepping into. And
Emily
they were just
doesn't
the
look
people.
at maps like I look, but the maps that I see.
No, I mean,
all right. I mean, I'm just being.
I figured, but I still don't
Yeah,
know.
you don't
I still
know.
don't know. I
You know what
mean,
you're walking into, like those situations.
right,
You just don't.
Right. And to be honest, some of those young girls probably weren't as friendly as, you know, it was just neat. I told Caroline, I said, you should have come and hung with us old ladies, because our conversation was very stimulating and they were just the most opening group of people. Open arms type people. Right. So anyway, I know it sounds corny, but I felt like it was like 6 degrees of separation. Yeah. It was only 2 degrees of separation. Right. Yeah. So I was very, very excited. So it was just actually nice. And then I got to spend some time with Caroline, and I will tell you, I'm not going into any detail, Sam, so do not say any more than what I'm going to say. Yeah. I need you to not say more. Okay. All I'm going to say is my Monjero shot does not necessarily like YU Noodles.
Okay.
Restaurant. Right. And it takes about 3 hours for your stomach to figure that out. So, but anyway, it was actually a really, really great time, and Caroline and I had some good conversations, and I miss my time with my daughter. I don't get that time with her. So even though I'm cleaning every weekend or whatever, it feels like we're always talking. Yeah, and
that was just an up and back Friday night, Saturday evening.
Because then we were cleaning on Saturday
morning. And we were
cleaning
Sunday morning. Yeah, I mean, it was literally an up and back Rockville and home. So yeah, that was a.
But it was a beautiful shower. Her friends put on a beautiful shower for her, and I think Sarah and Alex will have a wonderful start to their marriage. With at least they've got lots of good cooking stuff to start it with.
Yeah.
And towels. They got towels. It made me think of our shower.
Yeah, there you go. Towels are key.
So anyway, so that was a fun weekend, and it was fun to meet different people. And anyway, so that's it. That's it.
All right. Well, let's thank some more of our corporate champions here as we wind the show down. And we thought we wouldn't. We thought we couldn't fill 53 minutes already.
All right.
There you go. All right. And let's thank to one of our corporate champions, Toyota Towler at toyotatower.com.
Are you ready to rise above the competition and lead with confidence, influence, and vision? Toyota Towler offers one-on-one coaching to become the best version of yourself, so that no matter what happens on the outside, you become unshakable on the inside. Toyota has been guiding Sam through the journey of creating Sam Walker OBX News, avoiding the pitfalls startups face, while keeping him focused on being the best reporter and entrepreneur that he can be. Whether you're a business person, a leader, or a rising leader, you're invited to have a conversation with Toyota to see if you're the type of person she can empower to go to the next level, whatever that looks like for you. Don't wait. Schedule your 30-minute clarity call today and learn more about Toyota at toyotatowler.com. That's TEUTATOWLER.com. Success starts with effective leadership, and that starts with Toyota's leadership coaching.
All right, and also thanks to CMIT Solutions. We want to say, oh, you've got that one? Yeah, I need that one. Sorry, that was in your stack. It was supposed to be mine. Thank you. I've got it pulled up.
It went from 7 to 9. Is there an 8?
We're dumping 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, freebie.
Sorry, 8.
That was a compliment. That was a comp. So anyway, filler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you threw me off. All right, when it comes to managing your business, it's important to have the right technology. That's why CMIT works to help businesses. Short for Completely Managed Information Technology, CMIT offers everything a business needs. Their services include tech support, computer and server security, cloud backup, secure Wi-Fi, business phones, and more. With CMIT's help, your technology will stay up and running. For more information, go to CMITOBX.com. All right, yeah, but we run the Virginia Beach 10 miler, the second edition, so we can continue our perfect record. They announced today a virtual 14K Disney run. That got announced today.
Those medals are cute.
Yeah. Oh, did they show the medals too? I got the email, but I didn't even click on it. I was like, okay, it's another virtual. All right.
My cousin Carrie sent me. She said, I'm saving my pennies.
Oh.
I'll show you. She did send it.
Well, why are you going to show it? Let me search it.
Well, I can show you.
Well, I know, but people want to see it on the screen.
It is really cute.
Was it the virtual of 14K?
Oh, I missed that. This one is a friendship bracelet.
Oh.
Minnie and Daisy.
Okay.
And that's just.
Well, it's not on sale yet. All right.
Oh.
Where is it? Okay. Well, hold on.
It was on Run Disney.
Oh, it's on the Run Disney Facebook page? Okay. Well, let me pull it up here. All right. All right. Well, while I'm doing that.
Race the Runway.
Yeah. Let's run through what we've got. We're running the Virginia Beach 10 miler. There's some other races have been added of late that we need to get on the list. I need to go back through this week and really, buckle down on that one. So, all right. What you got?
Race the Runway, Saturday, October 5th at Currituck Airport. Caters to all ages and fitness levels. The adrenaline packed schedule includes a 10K, 5K, 1 mile fun run, and it's part of the Currituck Plains and Plows event and Currituck Sheriff's Community Night Out. You have the 21st Hatteras Island Cancer Foundation 5K, October 12th. I'm going to be out of town, and I know that's the big football day, but I would really love for you to go.
Yeah, but
down
it's a morning
there and
thing,
that.
so I'll be fine. Yeah, no, I'll be. You know me. I don't watch games. I listen to them on the radios.
This year's event is being held in honor of Donna Peel, a beloved founding member of the Hatteras Island Cancer Foundation, who lost her own battle with breast cancer last October. Literally, they did the race with her last year, and I think she passed away a week later.
A week later, yeah.
Register now and get more details at hicf.org.
All right, the OBX Running Company wraps up their Lighthouse 5K and 1 milers as every Wednesday through September 11th at 8 a.m. at the Whalehead Club in Corolla, theobxrunningcompany.com. Got the Outer Banks Triathlon. That's on Saturday, September 14th. Old Swimming Hole at the Emmanuel Airport's back on the schedule there, along with Fort Raleigh National Historic Site. They got sprint and Olympic distances. You can also do relays. There's also an aqua bike relay in both distances. Another round, 25K on Saturday, October 19th. That's a run through Jockeys Ridge State Park with some of that on the hill. There's some team things you can do there too, or relays. And then the Town Bank Outer Banks Marathon and Half Marathon, November 8th through the 10th, and you can get all the details on what Outer Banks Sporting Events has going on at obxse.com.
You got the Barrier Island Group. They have a Labor Day Lighthouse 5K, and that's on Monday, September 2nd at 7:30 a.m. at the Cape Hatteras Light Station in Buxton. The first 200 registrants will receive a commemorative shirt and eco-friendly reusable cup and finisher medal. Second annual Holiday Hustle 5K. Put that on your calendar for December 7th. Twilight 5K at Fort Raleigh National Historic Site, the north end of Roanoke Island, and finishes in the Elizabethan Gardens with a post-race party inside the garden's winter lights display. You can go and look at the registration and details at barrierislandgroup.com.
And in the Coast Guard Marathon, it's the 5th edition in Elizabeth City. That's March 7th through the 9th. Full, half, which I'm running, and the 5K, I'm running that. So also the kids 1K fun run, not doing that. The 5K half,
You should do
5K
it with
full,
Waylon.
junior 1K, 5K. You think he might?
Yes,
think he
he
can pull it
loves
off?
running down the street with me.
You think I don't know, I guess we can get him to do it. It's a 1K. It's not even a
He
mile.
loves it. He says, "Grandma, I'm so fast."
1K is what? 5K is 3 It's like a quarter mile. Okay, all right. There's some, those challenges are going on. The Semper Paratus challenges. You got virtual options too, and don't forget the registration opens October 1st for the in-person satellite Coast Guard 5Ks that take place all over the planet. Literally, Charleston, Boston, Long Beach, Alameda, Kodiak, Honolulu, Guam, and Bahrain, and those are spread out between January and May. All the info on those at coastguardmarathon.com.
So let's throw this out there.
All right. Yeah.
Well, who knows? We've got a listener in Pennsylvania. We've got listeners everywhere. Tell us, if you have a race near you that's fun.
We need
Maybe
to come
Sam
do.
and Em need to come and do a race near you.
Yeah.
Or tell
Right.
us of
you've got you've
I've been doing my states, but
you got 25
you know,
left. 26 left.
26 left.
Yeah, 26 left. 25 after early bourbon.
October, yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously,
Halfway.
if any listeners can tell us of I don't want to travel necessarily for a 5K, but 10 mile or higher, Sam and I might be coming to visit
Well,
you.
I think we found the Iowa one. I want to go do that. So
I have to ask permission.
I don't know if I know, but I'm saying the one that I'm talking about is in the Quad Cities, which is in Iowa, Illinois, because you run across the Mississippi. So, all right.
Okay.
All right, what's going on at SamWalkerOBXNews.com? We got the weekly Avon Farmers Market. That's every Tuesday through September the 10th. Skip the next one because I'm not sure. I think they are done with those. So go down to Tri Villages.
The Tri Villages Market at Camp Hatteras Campground in Waves on Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. through September 25th.
The award-winning Town of Mania's downtown markets. Those are every Saturday through September 14th at George Washington Creek Park from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Corolla Cork and Craft Wednesday evenings at the Whalehead Club through September 11th.
Got the Acoustic Wine Down, the Acoustic Sunset Wine Downs every Thursday through September 26th at Sanctuary Vineyards. You get live music, got food truck out there, and all benefits a variety of nonprofit organizations.
The Soundside Labor Day Weekend Market on Sunday, September 1st from 9 a.m. to 1 at Soundside Event Site in Nags Head.
College of the Albemarle has their upcoming COA Star Nights. They're back. Starts Friday, September 6th from 7 to 9 at COA Dare in Manio. It's a family-friendly educational experience designed for all the ages. Explore the night sky through various telescopes. You'll look at the moon's craters, a variety of constellations. If you can't make it out for that one, they've got several scheduled. Whole bunch of events coming up to look at the sky at COA.
The Currituck Wildlife Festival is back Saturday, September 7th and Sunday, September 8th at Currituck High School in Barco.
Celebrating its 20th anniversary this year, it's the annual Day at the Docks Festival. Once again, this fall, it's on Friday and Saturday, September 13th and 14th in Hatteras Village.
A mini documentary commissioned by the town of Duck on a series of public art fixtures that celebrated the Outer Banks' legacy in aviation in history will make its debut next month at a free event. Winged Horses of the Outer Banks will be shown at the Duck Amphitheater on Tuesday, September 17th, beginning at 6 p.m.
And that's going to be followed by special talks with the artists. The town of Duck's going to unveil their
We need to put that
their
on our
new
calendar.
one, new winged horse.
Okay.
And there will also be one of the horses from the Corolla Wild Horse Fund Rescue Farm. They're going to be there too. The Outer Banks' largest family surfing event. That's the Throwdown Classic. Used to be called the Throwdown North of Town. Now it's the Throwdown Surf Classic. Saturday, September 21st. It's based at the Chickahawk Beach Access in Southern Shores. If you haven't been to that event before or even been up to Southern Shores, I don't know how many people, how many vehicles, how they parked everybody. I think they parked throughout the entire town and walked. It's really cool what goes on with that event. If you haven't been out there for it, it's really worth the trip up there.
Join the Currituck Education Foundation for the 2024 Pork and Pearls Pig and Oyster Roast on Saturday, October 12th from 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. at Currituck Barbecue Company in Barco.
And then the Blackbeard's Pirate Jamboree. All the details about that as it invades Ocracoke Island on the first weekend in November. So, oh yeah, we didn't even show. I don't know. It's not on the Run Disney account.
Well, she sent it too.
Oh, I know, but unless you were looking at something else, I'm just looking at the video. All right, sorry. As we just blew everybody out. Sorry about that. That was supposed to just be the
Lord have mercy.
Oh man, I may have to go edit that out. All right. Anyway, it's the video that they had on the Run Disney account with the. So I see how they're doing this. It's 14 miles, but you get 3 different. It's a challenge, so there's like 3 different events, and then the 4th is the challenge medal. Okay. All right. Okay.
I love it.
2-miler, 5-miler, and then a 7-miler.
I love it.
Nice. Oh, okay. All right. We'll have to do that.
Well, we have actually really run our miles for all of our.
Oh, yeah.
But we just haven't. We need to put them on and.
Yeah, we need to do the photos and all that stuff with it. Okay. All right. Let me turn that off and turn us back on. Hey, we made it through another show. And surprisingly, when it didn't look like we were going to have.
Thank you,
that
Morton.
much. Thank you, Morton. Thank you, Sanctuary Vineyards. Make sure you're liking and sharing the episode so you can register to win the tickets to Crab Daddy, okay?
Yep.
So do that. And, of course, like, share, follow, do all that stuff we talk about every week because it does matter. Massage that algorithm for us, okay? Thanks to CoinShot Catering Company, Miles Carpet Cleaning, Harlow Photography, Crab Daddy 2024, and Sanctuary Vineyards, Caribbean Pools and Spa, CMIT Solutions of the Outer Banks, and ToyotaTower.com. Give us all those 5 stars. Interact with us again. We want to hear from you where you think we ought to go running, where we ought to be doing Sam & M on the roads.
What's your favorite drink?
What's your favorite drink?
Wine, beer,
Yeah,
Coca-Cola.
right.
Diet
Give us
Coke?
all that. You can hit us up at samwalkerobxnews@gmail.com or just hit us a DM on the socials. Don't just do it in the comments, especially stuff like that. We hit do the direct message because then we can go back and find it easier, honestly, because it like spurs. There's something there. But, I mean, if you comment, it's fine. So, but it really helps if you do the DMs, okay? All right. Hey, we made it through.
Yay.
All right. Off we go on the road for the weekend. It should be a fun one, and we'll have all that to talk about and more with you next time on the Sam
and M
podcast.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.